After the White Lives Matter shirts were worn by the models at Paris Fashion Week, we are now having fake Kanye West White Lives Matter shirts being sold on eBay. How about that, guys?
I searched for it, though, and I'm pretty sure that eBay has already banned them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If not for, like, racial hatred policies, just for copyright reasons, obviously.
What?
Dr. Cockadoodle Doolittle.
Oh my gosh! Let's go. That's. I don't think I ever saw the original, the not Eddie Murphy, Dr. Doolittle, and I certainly didn't see
the show.
And I certainly didn't see the Robert Downey Jr. one. I heard that one was really bad.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
All right. So they banned the shirts. They banned the shirts
on Redbubble, on eBay, everywhere you can imagine. I tried to find them. I wanted to buy one, admittedly.
So it says online opportunists are cashing in on the controversy by hawking. I imagined hawking would be spelled differently, but I guess not. Fake versions of Kanye West's now notorious White Lives Matter shirts. The counterfeit couture falls. Isn't couture uniquely a female term?
No.
I thought couture was for women, and for men it was bespoke.
No.
No?
No, I don't
Am I wrong?
think
so. Okay.
No idea.
The counterfeit couture, falsely labeled as designed by Kanye West, is spreading across eBay like wildfire, despite the fact that Ye has not put his Pan collection on sale yet. Well, it's because it wouldn't be a Kanye shirt; it would be a Yeezy shirt.
Yeah, is there a difference between Yeezy and then Yeezy that's a YZY? I'm not updated on all the legal battles with Adidas.
Or
where that stands anymore. But I don't think this was ever meant to be a ready-to-wear collection. It was just a fashion statement. It was a one-time thing. The shirts are not available to the public. I want to cover the official page of Vogue magazine coming out to defend that fashion editor that came after Kanye's collection. They posted an official statement in defense of her saying, Vogue stands with Gabriella Carefa Johnson, our global fashion editor at large and longtime contributor. She was personally targeted and bullied. It is unacceptable. Now more than ever, voices like hers are needed, and in a private meeting with Ye today, she once again spoke her truth in a way she felt best, on her terms.
So she's bullied because she had an opinion and somebody didn't like her opinion and pushed back. Bullshit.
I think she wasn't expecting him to respond, which I think she should know better, because she does actually have a platform, and he's known to pop off on social media, as he's been doing all day. And ever since the stunt happened, he's been posting on Instagram, but also doing his usual thing where he posts and deletes unpredictably. I've been having to screenshot a lot of things, and I want to read some of his posts from today. It also just in the last hour or two.
I just want to just before we get into that, because there's a bunch, right?
Yeah.
I just want to point out that one of the things that I hate the most is I'm very careful with what I choose to post, because I don't want to, a lot of times I don't like arguing with people online, because it's an ineffective way to actually talk about things with people. So I'm very, very guarded and careful with what I post, because I don't want to start a bunch of conversations that aren't going to be productive unless I can actually have those conversations in person. Now, I'm okay if you want to do that, but you don't get to post what you want and then not take any feedback or criticism back. That's not how the world works. And it's not it's not up to Vogue to tell the world that they stand with her because what? Because she was bullied for having an opinion and then getting pushback on that opinion? She wasn't
even, it was her bullying Kanye, not the other way around. He just was responding, which is totally fair, and posting her outfit saying this is not a fashion person, isn't a personal attack. It's an attack on something that she chose, which was a bad outfit.
But also
and a bad take.
Because she interjected herself into the conversation, which is fine.
You're allowed
to have that hot take. You're not allowed to have that hot take and not get any pushback.
And claim to be a victim when the person in question responds to what you're saying.
That is
it's sort of like leaving a hate comment as an anonymous nobody, and then the person responds and you're like, I didn't mean it, queen, I love you, LOL. No, stand by what you said.
That stuff bothers me, man, because you know that I'm very careful with almost everything I post is just humor. Like, I post stuff that's I think is funny, and most of the time I would say not inoffensive, but at the very least it's something that is not going to offend large groups of people because it's general in its tone. But I understand that other people want to go a different way, and they're allowed to do that, but they want to be able to do that and understand that they're going to have people saying things back to them. Like, every once in a while I'll post something and get a message from someone that says that they don't like what I said, but I tend to curate down so well that it's very ridiculous if they say something back to me. But you always have to be willing to accept that risk if you're going to post controversial opinions. We're not going in a good direction if one group is allowed to have an opinion and everyone else has to just take it, especially when that opinion is inherently inflammatory and designed to be provocative.
Yeah. I think that the fashion editor's take on Kanye's line was like very much reading into his conscience and his psyche and his intentions more than evaluating the product he made.
Absolutely.
Evaluating it for what it is just on first glance, which is what fashion is supposed to be.
Yeah.
If you're working for Vogue to review and opine about fashion, you're supposed to do that and not opine about Kanye and who he is and what he cares about, like, and his heart and his mind. That's not what anyone is interested in when they open your website or your magazine.
So what has he been saying lately?
Well, he has finally spoken up on Instagram about what his intentions really were by reposting an essay that was originally written by Vanessa Beecroft. She's a performance artist, set designer, choreographer, etc. She's like worked with him over the years for like since 2008. And she wrote this essay called "Don't Kill a Poet." It reads, I won't read the whole thing because it's very, very long, but it starts, Ye cares about Black lives. Ye's White Lives Matter is a comment on the status quo. Ye's Black Lives Matter is a comment on how society frames independent revolutionary actions into a limited space of grand narratives. When an artist like Ye challenges those framed spaces in a dialectical way, he is persecuted. He puts the grand narratives at risk.
He does kind of almost effortlessly pull down the concept of the wider narrative that goes on around the culture that he's inhabiting, right? So he does that very, very well, and that scares them because he does it well and with a large platform.
The main point here, I think, says Ye proves that if artists have an opinion in territories that are unknown and new, like any true revolutionary, they are assaulted. So really, if you want to look into what his intentions were and what the statement means to him, it's about the reaction he knew that he was going to get for it, not about the thing itself that was being worn.
It also upsets me a lot to hear like the people who constantly opine about how they're the ones with the revolutionary ideas when they're just spouting the corporate line now. Like there's like am I the bad guy? No, I just happen to fall in line with every single mainstream belief and narrative, but I'm also the revolutionary idea person. No, you're the corporate backed shill. That's what you are. He is somehow both part of the corporate system but not a shill, which is almost hard to believe is even possible in the world today. He had to build up that amount of wealth, capital, and influence to be able to operate that way, and he managed to do that pretty early on, meaning that he's always been subversive in his opinions and his takes on issues like racial inequality, social issues, police reform, things like that. He's always had unique takes on it, but he does so in a way that does get him attacked. But he gets attacked by people that are telling him that they're the good guys, that they're the revolutionaries, and that's embarrassing.
I think he speaks sincerely on serious political and social issues, but at the same time doesn't take himself too seriously while he does it, and is able to joke and be irreverent too. So like last night, he posted a screenshot of a headline that said Hailey Bieber joins Gigi Hadid in defending Gabriella Carafa Johnson after Kanye West criticism. And then he captioned it, "Wait, am I canceled again? Justin, please let me know." And he's being accused of bullying Gigi Hadid and Hailey Bieber now.
Again, why do they always get to have opinions, and then the second you push back on their opinions, you're bullying them? I'm so sick of this crap.
Yeah, they cry out as they strike you, basically.
They're the definition of cry bullies, dude. Mm-hmm. Oh
look
my!
What you made me do.
Look what you made
Yeah.
me do. It's bull.
So then he, 3 hours ago, posted a picture of Venetria, a model who I believe modeled one of the White Lives Matter shirts. And the caption is hilarious. It says, "Venetria, you are the culture's favorite. They threw a mask on you at Yeezy Season 9 when I wasn't looking. They don't want undeniable, beautiful black women to be put on their rightful throne. They want corny-ass Gigi Hadid and nose-job Hailey Baldloose to rally behind an obvious Corey Gamble-level non-fashion industry plant. They don't want to support Beyonce. They want to shame Lizzo whenever she loses weight. Travis Scott and Future are real ones for recognizing this queen, and she ain't have to F nobody to be recognized. This queen is going to change the trajectory of our people because she's not promoting the things that kill our people, that the media use to kill, destroy, and control our people." And then he posted a screenshot of her thanking him for making this statement and believing in her.
That's like the most base thing that he said. That's so, like, everything he just said there was so counter narrative that it's not even funny. Like,
yeah, I think they want to steal from him the framing that he's pro his own race.
Yes.
Like, and he is able to be that. He's able to be pro black and pro white people and pro everyone.
And that proves to you the dangerous nature of their belief system, right? Is that just by saying that the white people matter, you're anti-black.
And the ultimate,
that's terrifying, dude.
Yeah. Like it's preempting that you have like combated with the sentiment that Black Lives Matter as well. Like, I think that he makes a genius response just saying they do matter.
Yeah, it's right here. It says, "Here's my latest response when people ask me why I made a tee that says White Lives Matter. They do." He is kind of the hero we deserve.
Yeah. So now we have news that Adidas is reviewing their professional relationship with Kanye West,
which I would love.
We have yet to see an outcome.
I would love to be in that meeting as they try to intellectualize their way around the idea. Like, look at these hateful statements that he made, and then trying to put up that shirt and saying that that's hateful.
I wonder if maybe he is posting all of this, all of these private messages and jokes and supposedly bad PR moves on Instagram so that he can escape contracts with different brands and he doesn't want to be affiliated anymore.
Yeah.
But the only way to do that is by like breaking morality clauses, basically.
I'm just shocked. I'm consistently shocked that somebody can say so many rational things and be labeled so irrational. Like, it's such a disservice to the general narrative, like to the general discussion that we should be having as people.
I mean, it shouldn't even matter what emotional state he's in when he says these things. Yeah. They can still be true. Mm-hmm. And they're set out of frustration because he's repeatedly not listened to while he's calm. Like, it should be a totally understandable human reaction.
And purposely misunderstood, which is worse, right? Where it's like, he said this, but what he actually meant was this. I saw that Charlemagne the God said something similar. In fact, I think I got rid of that one. But there was like, he had one where he's like, he's anti-black now because he said this. Like, he seeks the approval of white people when the conversation he's having has nothing to do with white people. The conversation he's having to do is around his place within his industry. He's just using that comment or that statement as the launching point for all those discussions.
I'm looking at his Instagram story right now, and one of his rants says, Justin, get your girl before I get mad. He said there was a major thing called Fashion Week, which really lasts a month, and there were some very well done, crazy overpriced clothes being shown. It wasn't just about my paradigm shifting t-shirt. Just kidding, my t-shirt on everybody shows nothing happened but my t-shirt. Okay. My one t-shirt took all the attention because you're all effing programmed sheep, and those boots Gab was wearing were effing trash. Talking about the Vogue editor's boots.
So he's still poking fun at the Vogue editor.
Yeah.
Who's allowed to have her opinion, but he's not allowed to push back on her opinion at all, ever.
He's posting a picture of Bella Hadid without context wearing a bodysuit, I assume to just say, like, this speaks for itself. She looks ridiculous.
Yep.
A picture of Venitra calling her queen.
It feels like this.
There's a lot going on here.
It feels like this is a good place to when people talk the culture war. This is a really interesting place to kind of enter that discussion, because a lot of people could enter more neutrally. If you don't have a strong opinion on Kanye West, or you don't have a strong opinion on the culture war, look at what he's saying. Like, imagine you weren't initiated to what all of this meant at large, to society at large. Now, look at what he's saying. Look at what that shirt said. Look at what he said. And then look at the reaction he got, and imagine being a normal person and just being like, "What the?" It's like when people had the "it's okay to be white" on college campuses, and then you wonder why people are kind of losing their minds, right?
Yeah, I hate the framing that Kanye is always the unhinged, overly emotional, guy who's reading too much into everything.
As they write paragraphs about a shirt that he hasn't
They're the
explained.
ones doing all of that. It's just projection every time.
Well, here's another interesting point. It's like when he does it in kind of an unfiltered way. Mm-hmm. And when they do it, they sound media trained and programmed in the way that they discuss these things. So inherently, theirs is given more credibility by the public because they try to speak in their large words, and they intellectualize their ridiculous, over the top explanation of a shirt that he didn't explain. But he gives you an unfiltered, raw look at what his brain is like as he explains to you back how that made him feel. And suddenly, because he goes against the narrative, he's the bad guy. He's crazy.
Yeah, it's impossible to know what state of mind he's in right now because obviously we don't know him. But if it's true that he is going through some kind of mental breakdown or dissociative episode, then how are you helping by continuing to engage with him on social media and tear him apart as a person and say that he's a bully and say that he's committing violence and he's indefensible, irresponsible, and just tearing apart his character.
In a world where you can almost predict what every celebrity is going to say all the time whenever they give an interview, I'll take Kanye West any day of the week. Any day of the week. I thought he should have had another shirt that says George Bush still doesn't care about black people. Like, he should have had that on the second shirt to put it out.
I mean, it wasn't even about what's on the shirt. It's about what's on social media after they see the shirt.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It was always about that, and they're too stupid to realize that.
Yep.
I'm more interested in what happens with his business relationships after this blows over. Are they going to end these contracts because he's breaking morality clauses?
Is he?
How does this break a morality clause?
I mean, if they're talking about what's acceptable to post on social media, especially in regards to his relationship with the company.
Okay,
he is openly posting about the controversy with Adidas. He said, "Fuck Adidas. I am Adidas. Adidas R-worded and stole my designs." I think that the contract is being called into question right now.
Sure.
I'd like to see how that ends because it seems like he's trying to escape contracts he doesn't want to be in.
I mean, in that case, he is a genius then. then he is a genius. He's just trying to get out of it. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it means he's self-aware and he's not a lunatic like they're framing him to be.
Well, I do think he's always been a very keen businessman. You don't get to his level of success without being a very keen businessman.
Yeah.
So either way, I like him.
Yeah.
Even if this is all a ploy, I like him even more then. Then just throw a wrench in the establishment while getting out of your contracts. Do your thing. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.